Cool. And now, well, I'm excited to introduce to the stage this friend of mine. Are we ready? Yeah. Is your executive team driving you crazy? Good. That means you have energy and engagement. Barry Moniak is an organizational therapist. He develops leadership teams who emphasize and enhance diversity, not just tolerate it. Come on, guys, help me welcome Barry Moniak.
Are you the proud owner of a confirmation bias? Most of us are. We are the product of the information and misinformation that we've accumulated. And when this hits our radar screen, for better or worse, it shapes the way we view ourselves and others. Have you ever been in a situation where people seemingly made their minds up about you regardless of what you said or did? In those moments, you are the unwitting subject of confirmation bias. This uncanny process we have where we allow information in that supports our current ideas, beliefs, and philosophies, and we reject information that's counter. Let me give you a story of my first experience with confirmation bias. It was the early 50s. My folks had decided that Southern California was going to be where we were going to raise our family. I remember at 5 years old, dragging my mom to the living room window and asking her, why are they burning the Star of David on our front lawn? A few years later, I'm in school, an overly empathic, curly-haired 7-year-old, just trying to fit in, when the classmates decide they're going to throw my bicycle over the chain link fence. There's my brand new bike lying in a farmer's field who has a reputation for shooting at people he finds trespassing on his property. If I jump the fence and get the bike, I could get shot. If I go home and tell my dad that I just left it there, I'm going to get a whooping for sure. So I jump the fence, get the bike, throw it back over into the schoolyard, and get myself back over the fence unscathed. The kids looked at me like I was from another planet. They tackled me to the ground and started going through my hair. And I kept asking, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? And eventually they said, well, our parents told us the reason Jews have curly hair is to hide the nubs of their horns. All I could think was, I am so glad they didn't find the nub to my tail. Imagine yourself in a leadership position in an organization that has both men and women, ranging in age from teens to 70s, nationalities and ethnicities from all over the world. Some of them might be disabled or handicapped. A few are pierced and tatted. And just to make things a little bit more edgy, not everyone there is straight or goes to the same church. Welcome to today's workplace environment. Now, this is where having a dual monitor approach to human interaction can really pay off. See, we have two sides to the brain, so we really are capable of having more than one focus, paying attention, and holding an awareness to two things at once. So my monitor is the total accumulation of all my knowledge and experience. I like my monitor, and it serves me really, really well. The problem is when I rely on my monitor when I'm interacting with other people. See, other people do all the weird and wonderful things they do for their own reasons, not mine. So if I'm using my monitor to understand them, I run the risk of seriously misreading them. Try this the next time you're interacting with someone. Don't turn off your monitor. turn on a new monitor. And at the top of that monitor, put the other person's name. And every time you find yourself listening to or speaking to them from your monitor, shift back to their monitor. Keep inquiring as to everything that they believe and why they say and do what they do. If it happens to be the same as yours, great. If, however, you're starting to understand them more from their perspective, now you're developing a rapport based on mutual understanding. Leadership is about functional relationships, and relationships are based on communication. And communication is only as good as the attitudes of the people participating in those communications. If your leadership team is ready for a soul-satisfying experience, then stop seeing people as you usually see them and start seeing them as they really are. Thank you.